You are very vocal in supporting an investigation that could lead to President Trump being impeached.
That's
What do you think he should be impeached for?
Well, first of all, let me just say that my colleagues and the leadership would not like to hear me say the I word, but I say it over and over again, impeachment, impeachment, impeachment. Because this president absolutely was in collusion with the Kremlin and Putin in Russia during the campaign. I believe that. And I believe that they undermined our democracy by interfering with our election. And I think that meets the criteria for impeachment. High crimes and misdemeanors. But in addition to that, the story that I'm trying to get out is the connection of all of those around him with Russia and with the Kremlin. And the fact that they're going for the oil, that's why you hear a lot about lifting the sanctions. They want to lift those sanctions. Tillerson, who was appointed to be the Secretary of State, came from Exxon. He was the CEO of Exxon, and he negotiated a deal with Putin in Russia for a multi-billion-dollar drilling deal in the Arctic. And so they got to get those sanctions lifted that Obama put on so that they can get the drilling done and all of his cohorts can make money. So I'm really going to keep on that so that people will understand. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Yes.
Okay, well, we here at The Real, we have the Congresswoman here, and if there's some opposition that wants to come and talk about this, you are allowed to come on the show, too. I just want to make that perfectly clear, okay? So I don't want to hear any...
That it's one-sided.
I know, that's not one-sided.
Let's be educated.
Say their side, you're welcome to come on and say your side. Now, we do have something on this show where we respond to comments that our viewers have left on our social media pages.
Okay.
And it's what we try to call hit reply.
Yes.
All right. Now, Sean Spicer was asked about you in a press conference, and here's what he said in part. A reporter asked Mr. Spicer, any response to the calls for impeachment by Representative Maxine Waters? Mr. Spicer responded simply, no, but then went on to say, I would just like to say, look, the president is doing everything he can to move this country forward. And I think whether it's the Democrats in the Senate who are trying to stall these nominees or these little political stunts on the House side, the bottom line is I think by and large you see the support that the president is receiving for his policies throughout the country. So, Congresswoman, would you like to hit reply?
So you remember what I said? Nobody pays any attention to him. As a matter of fact, I think that was Melissa on Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
She showed him for what he is.
Melissa McCarthy.
So, Ms. Waters,
Yes.
over 62 million Americans voted for Donald Trump.
Yes.
What do you think they see in him?
You know, I think there is something to the description of them and their concerns. When they said, we don't feel that we have enough jobs, we feel as if we've been dropped off the agenda, nobody cares about. I think there's something to that. And so I think what they have to learn is whether or not he's going to keep his promises to create jobs. Already they're discovering they cannot trust him. Now, for the people who come on to respond to perhaps what I'm saying, tell him I said he's a liar.
There you have it. I think even in our audience, you hear a lot of people, they just feel nervous about the future of our country. What's happening around the country that can actually put people at ease?
Well, despite the difficulties, I'm always very optimistic.
Yes.
And what is happening now is so inspiring. The millennials who have come out, they started with Bernie Sanders. They continuing now the girl march that we had in Washington and all over the country. That's exciting. That's exciting. And so I am very optimistic that we are creating the involvement, and young people are getting involved in politics. They're going to be able not only to register to vote, get others to register to vote, but they're going to elect their elected officials and the people that they want to represent them.
Exactly.
They will carry the country forward.
And so I'm at ease. I really am. And I just want to say, keep it up. Keep it up.
Go millennials.
Congresswoman, thank you so much for enlightening us today. We love having you here. If you guys want more information about Congresswoman Maxine Waters and the legislation she's working on, head to her website, waters.house.gov.